I'd like to tell you what I've learned in the past few months that has changed my life. Hi, I'm Diane. Like eye color, skin color, hair color, introversion is also inherited. Yeah, it is. Some extraneous circumstances could contribute to that. However, it has been proven that it is genetic. My father and his family were almost entirely all introverts, and there were a bunch of them. Yeah, I would say most of them were introverts. Well, what is an introvert? Well, you can say, well, they're shy, which not always means that they're an introvert, but that is one characteristic. Want to be alone, prefer to be alone, or socially awkward. I fit all of those categories. That's me. That was me all of my life. I felt different all of my life. I even felt strange all of my life. I hated parties. I didn't get excited if someone was having a party. That meant I had to go to a party. I didn't want to. I don't like events. Sometimes I even find eating out uncomfortable in a restaurant. I know that's strange, but I've always been strange to myself. I know that. I've said it in another video, but I used to pray, God, please, just let me be normal. I just want to be normal. I just want to feel normal. But all of my life, I did not feel normal. My mom, she was an extrovert. And I knew secretly that she wished I was more like my cousins, like her sister's children. I was an only child, and I was a lot like my father. I looked like my mom. I acted like my father, who, by the way, was the best person I ever knew, and the sweetest and kindest. So, she would make little harmless jokes all of my life, and I was the butt of that joke, and everyone would laugh, and I even laughed. But down deep, it really cut. It cut. Yeah, it bothered me. I never told her that. I would never want to hurt her feelings, although she was not too careful about my feelings. I knew she loved me, though. I know she did. But still, there was something there. I think it all boiled down to the fact that I wasn't the daughter that she actually wanted. I do believe that, and I'm not exaggerating. I believe that. I had lots of friends at school. I made decent grades, but I was mostly uncomfortable being at school. In a classroom situation, I hated it. I hated every class. I was so afraid a teacher was going to call on me, and then I would be embarrassed because my mind wouldn't think fast enough to answer a question, or I wouldn't know the answer. Just all of that. It was hell. I could not wait to get out of school. College was a little different. You're kind of isolated in the classroom. You don't have to talk. You know what I'm saying. You just take notes, and To me, that was easier. It was easier. But I would say 80% of my life in public was uncomfortable. Do you know what a terrible feeling that is? And it's hard for me to admit this, that I was uncomfortable out in public. I felt like people would see me for what I really was and go, oh, she's strange, I don't know. It was just I'm not going to say my whole life was terrible, because it wasn't. But because of who I was, things were uncomfortable most of the time for me. Okay, in high school, I was voted team sponsor. I don't know if you know what that is. The football team, this was a senior thing. They voted me team sponsor, and I was presented on the football field, during a thunderstorm, by the way. But when it happened, I was thinking, oh, I guess they couldn't find anybody else to vote for, to be team sponsor, because all the popular girls were already cheerleaders, or all the other popular girls were in the homecoming court, so they couldn't vote them again. So I guess that's why I was the only one left. That's what I thought. That's how I thought. Now, I've told this before, but I was voted president of a little sorority when we had in high school. Okay. A few months later, my mom told me that I was not elected president, that she was the one that was elected president. And down deep, I knew that was the truth, because everyone loved my mom. They voted for me because of my mom. That's hurtful to me. It's the truth, and I can take it, but it's the truth. I was never good enough on my own for anything. Okay, all of my accomplishments throughout my life, whatever it was, were always tainted by some other fact. Whether it was real or imagined, that fact was there. Now, my marriages, I'm not going to get into them, but I just felt I wasn't worthy enough for them, both of them, to tell me the truth about things, to not lie to me, to be honest, to want to be my close friend, what marriages should be. I wasn't worthy enough of that, or else I chose poorly. And obviously I did. But that's another, downplayed fact of myself, that I can't choose correctly. I've just always been a mess. I've been a mess. Everything in my life just always boiled down to me not being worthy enough for things that other people found very easy. I don't know. Both my marriages, I think I felt grateful that either one of them wanted to marry me, because they were both popular in high school, and they chose me. I was grateful. Horrible. That's horrible. Okay, in my later years, like in the past few years, since I've lived in my tiny house, my children don't visit often. I don't call them and say, hey, you haven't seen me in a while, come visit me. No, I don't do that, because I know that I'm boring. Why would they want to come and spend time with me? What am I going to tell them? Am I going to tell them about a client that I had trouble with the week before, sewing something for them? They don't want to hear that. I have nothing to tell them. I have nothing to offer to the conversation. So when they do come, on those rare occasions, a couple of times a year, I listen to their lives. I'm interested in their lives. I want to know. I ask questions. I love them. I want to be with them. But I've never made it mandatory to come and see me. No, I understand. I understand. So, I could go on and on. I could go on and on with different things, but I'm not. So I decided to start YouTube as a way to retire, to make a few extra bucks here and there, right? I was not going to show my face. I hate to have my picture made. I almost won't allow it during family gatherings or whatever. Don't take my picture. Don't do that. So I wasn't going to show my face on YouTube. Well, that didn't turn out too well. No one was watching my videos. No one cared about my videos. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to show my face. So, about a year later, when I decided to really do YouTube, I started showing my face. And it was hard. Still is. Well, kinda. It's easier. But it was hard. So, barely 6 months ago, my life changed completely. I could cry, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold it in. But I have found similar people to me. That makes me feel better about myself, just knowing that. There are other people who are not introverts like me, but that watch my channel and find my stories interesting. Someone finds me interesting. You have no idea. You just don't have any idea what that actually means to me. That people watch me. I have almost 20,000 subscribers, and I actually don't know what that actually means. But almost 20,000 people have subscribed to my channel, whether they watch it or not. At one point they went, I like her. I'm going to watch her channel. That is such a boost to me. And the wonderful comments. Sometimes people say stuff, and I'm just sitting there bawling. Cannot believe it. I said I wasn't going to cry, but y'all, you just don't know. You just don't know. I have made discoveries about myself that I'm not just a total nothing, that I am worthy of conversation with someone, that I'm not quite as boring as I thought I was. And I still can't believe it. And yet, here we are. I'm making a video right now. Okay, let's cut to the chase here. Let's just face it. Everyone is different. We all have different likes, different family backgrounds. We live in different countries. We have different lifestyles, different traditions, different religions. We're all freaking different. And isn't that great? What a boring world if we were all the same. We would be like robots. But no, we're all different, and we're all worthy of being loved unconditionally by others and even cherished by others. We're all worthy of that. We are. We all need to celebrate each other. Instead of making fun of people and laughing at people, we should be uplifting people and making them feel good about themselves. I've never understood bullying. Never understood that. What parents does a child have to come from that becomes a bullier? I don't know. That's a whole nother subject. But all I'm saying is, oh my God, neighbors again. She's gonna bark at them every time they move. Okay, let me see where I was. All I know is what I've learned myself is that I love myself. I have accepted myself. And in some cases, I even admire myself. Isn't that a great thing, instead of feeling the way I have all of my life? And I did not learn that until 6 months ago because of you people. I want everyone to learn that fact before it's too late. I want everyone to know how special they are in their own way, quiet or not. Who cares? Who cares? All I know is, what if I had never started YouTube? I would die with these bad feelings inside me. And now they're gone. They're gone. Yes, I'm still an introvert, but I feel good. I'm a good introvert. Love's coming your way.